happen when you're scrambling to make time control Jordan with just a completely equal position and an hour on his clock, but Anish Giri is certainly not complaining there.
First place, the white side of this position, but there's a lot on the line because these two will face off in the candidates tournament. So there is a lot at stake for these two players, and I'm looking at the opening, I'm looking at the time consumption, Danya. I have to say I like White's extra pawn here in a way that I typically don't in these Grunfeld-like structures.
Yeah, it's the fact that White is up a pawn is not the reason that Black is encountering difficulties, because, okay, White's extra pawn is not the loveliest pawn in the world. I mean, you look at White's pawn structure and you say, okay, in principle, from a kind of general consideration standpoint, you're okay with Black's position. But then when you look at it concretely, I think you start to understand why Alireza has now taken 14 minutes and counting, a very disturbing sign in this position. The main difficulty here for Black is that this bishop on c8, Robert, is boxed in. It's kind of a French-like bishop, and with his penultimate move there, f2, f4, Pragg is kind of revealing his intentions. He wants to checkmate Black on the king side. You give White two moves, maybe even one move. White pushes f5, there's a rook on f1, there's a semi-open f-file that White will use to his advantage. Alireza has to tread very carefully here, but there's also a very important concrete observation, which is that queen to a4, if I'm understanding correctly, is going to win back the pawn, and it may seem to just bust this entire line, but Robert, I don't think that tells the whole story.
Yo, it looks like the Black queen almost gets trapped in enemy territory. And this is a direct variation. I'm not positive that the queen is actually trapped, but it looks to be the case. Let's just maybe put some moves on the board because this is the direct continuation. The white bishop has to slide back to b3 to hit the queen and save itself. Queen takes e4, and knight g3 will trap the queen if not for the queen sliding into d3. And then rook d1 looks like a follow-up, but the c3 pawn would be hanging. So Black is hanging on barely, but there's just enough life for this queen to run and escape. I'm still nervous for Black because of the king on g8, that f5 pawn push could still be in the air at any moment, but it does appear that Black has the resources to steal this e4 pawn and get away with it.
Yes, it looks like Black is surviving here, and maybe this is what Alireza is trying to evaluate in his mind, because if you've got this position and you're not prepared, you don't know if you're Alireza whether you're okay or not. Even a move like rook d1, allowing queen takes e3, even after the queen trade, I just want to point out that White's compensation is not just tactical, it's also positional, because this bishop on c8 is fully restricted. So for example, let's say the queens are traded on c3, White plays the natural move knight g3 to e4, centralizing the knight and hitting the bishop. There's no doubt in my mind that White has sufficient compensation for the pawn. Maybe not more than that, maybe Black is okay, but Alireza needs to tread very carefully.
a6 is played, the draw is very clear. It's forced. So bishop e2. What about this knight d7 move? Did we ever figure that out? Is it black just stealing the f pawn? That should be counterplayed.
This is why I wanted to play h6. But I think here it's time to wrap it up. a6. There we go. Bishop takes a6, and a peace agreement is incoming.
Even though this game will undoubtedly end with a draw after bishop takes b6, this has been one of the greater fights of the tournament. Praggnanandhaa trying to outlast his opponent in an endgame, and Alireza Firouzja says, no you don't, no you won't, I have this under control. So bishop takes b6, I guess he's just triple checking because you don't want to give away a bishop for a pawn without ensuring the draw, and he has it. Black king will enter, and there it is. But these moves are now forced.
King e4 and white is unable to save the h2 pawn. That pawn is surrounded by the black king. King takes f4. Unfortunately, the knight is just not very good at trampolining from one side of the board to the other. By the time it does that, the black king is going to make its way to h3. Okay, it's time for a draw for... The draw for, I think, has been issued. Or not yet. It's about to be.
There it is. Handshake. Draw agreed. No king e5 is not being played. There's putting the kings in the center of the board. And these two players, they're already kings. They may be as young as princes, but their play is at the top of the chess world. So Alireza